Hey y'all, it's Aaliyah. I told you guys that I will be back today with the review of Mayans MC. I said that in the last review. And so here I am. I finally saw this week's episode, and let me tell you, this episode was good. You know that an episode is good when you're talking to the TV. And that's what I was doing throughout this whole episode, talking to the TV. One, because of Angel. I'm gonna get on to that, okay? Another reason why is because of Coco. I'll talk about that first. It was just a lot of stuff going on in this episode, and I was just like, what is going on? this whole episode was great. So let's get to it. All right, this is Mayans MC episode 8, Rata. All right, Rata. So once again, as always, break the story down into different sections because it's easier for me to remember. Now I'm going to start with the shortest stuff, and then I'm going to go to the bigger storylines that was happening this episode. And so I'm going to start with Coco and his family. Now, in the episode, let me let me put this in here because I forgot to. Last week's episode, when Galindo, when he was leaving, the basement, because y'all remember last episode, two cops took him to the basement, and Adelita popped up, and they're working on a partnership, and so that episode, when he was leaving, he said partner. So him and Adelita are partners. And so, yeah, I forgot to put that in. For some reason, I forgot about that. So, yeah, Adelita and Galindo are partners. Okay, so let me start with Coco and his family. So we see Coco. He's still at his mom's house because y'all remember he choked his mama in her bathroom. And I forgot to put this in the video. When he went into the bathroom and confronted his mom, he punched her. She flew into that bathroom. I said, dang, Coco, you ain't had to hit her like that. Had to hit her like that. So then that's when he proceeded to choke her in the bathtub. So yeah, Coco is still at his mom's house. He's humming to himself. He's humming. And as he's humming, he's patting his mom. And I'm like, I don't think that's normal, baby. I don't think that's normal. I think you stop it, baby. Stop it, because it's making you look crazy than you already are, okay? That kind of tripped me out for a second, okay? And so his phone keeps going off, and it's Leticia. She keeps calling him, but he dismisses her calls. So then in the episode, we see Leticia tell Easy that, have you talked to Coco? She's been trying to get in contact with him. And Ezekiel was like, nah, I haven't, checked up on her. So in that moment, Leticia tells Ezekiel that she lied on Celia. She did not hit her. She was angry, yes, but Cecilia didn't hit her. She did that on her own. And Leticia hopes Coco didn't do anything. I said, baby, yeah, he did something. He killed her, okay? He choked her, okay? So yeah, everything's already done, okay? And so Ezekiel, he goes to Celia's place and he sees her body. And I'm not gonna go word for word of what him and Coco talked about, but it was like a heart to heart moment. They had a bonding moment, even though it was a weird bonding moment when there's a dead body, between you, but they had a bonding moment. And basically, like I said, I'm not going to go word for word, but what I got from the whole conversation is that everything happens for a reason and that we all make mistakes, but it points to the right direction. That's what I got from that whole conversation. And as Coco and Ezekiel were having their heart-to-heart moment, I was yelling at the TV. I was having an Erica Dixon moment. If y'all don't know who Erica Dixon is, she was on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. I mean, not Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. And I had an Erica Dixon moment, y'all. I had an Erica Dixon moment. And I was waiting for Ezekiel to tell Coco what Leticia said to him, and he wasn't saying anything. I was literally yelling to the screen, you better tell him before I hurt his feelings, okay? Tell him or I'm gonna hurt his feelings. And that's what was gonna happen, all right? That's what Erica Dixon said on Love and Hip Hop when, you know, she was looking at Mimi's sex tape. If y'all watching Love and Hip Hop, then y'all know what happened. But yeah, I had an Erica Dixon moment. Like, you tell him, you better tell him or I'm gonna hurt his feelings. All right. And he ain't saying nothing. I'm like, well, you know, I guess I'm gonna have to hurt his feelings then, because I have to tell him that Leticia lied on your mama and you killed your mama for no reason. Okay. I'm like, oh my gosh, tell him. But they were just having a bonding moment. And yeah, so that was Coco and his whole, you know, family situation. So let's go into Pops and Jimenez storyline. So Pops, he goes to the church to where he meets the priest, and he goes into the confession room, and you know, he says his confession to the priest, but he says, you know, what do they always say? You know, it's the typical thing that they say to the priest: "Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned." And then Pops proceeds to say, "You already know my sins, Rodrigo." And so, like in that picture from last episode that he showed Adelita, it was her father, it was Pops, and it was the priest. They were all in, you know, the picture together. And so they meet up later on in the episode, and basically Pops tells the priest that Adelita is gonna kill you because you told the cartel where her father was. He ends up getting killed. So does his wife and their son. Okay, and Adelita is gonna find you. She will kill you. Let your security know, because all hell is about to break loose and you're about to die. And so we see later on in the episode, he talks to HOS head of security Cornrow. So I guess he's asking for protection from HOS. And so then we see Diego. Okay, so come to find out his name is Kevin Jimenez. Like later on, like last episode, his name was Kevin Jimenez. I'm still call him Diego Jimenez. I don't care. He's still Diego Jimenez from Power. Okay, so we see Diego. He going to work, and the other DEA that was spying on Pops, you know, early in the season, he tells Diego that Galindo was cut loose and that Potter got him, and Ezekiel's intel is on the line. So he goes to where everybody's at, you know, because they got Galindo and Emily, and he's causing a scene. He said, basically, y'all got me fucked up. You know, he's stressed out. He's causing a scene. He ends up quitting, so he leaves. And so Pops sees Diego's at his house. Pops end up calling Ezekiel, tell him to come to the house. It's important. And basically, Diego tells Ezekiel, yo, you have to run because your spot is about to get blown up. And Ezekiel's like, well, that can't happen because Angel let me into the club, and if everything blows up, then they're not only going to get me, and they're going to get Angel, and they're going to kill him. And it's like everything is in flames. But Ezekiel decides, no, I'm going to stay. So Diego's like, look, okay, I'm leaving. Okay, they end up having a heart to heart. And Felipe ended up crying. I'm like, why are you crying? Like, What you crying? What you crying for? What you crying for, man? Like, he ended up crying. So that was Pops and Diego's storyline. Ooh, now do I want to go? Which one do I want to go into? Do I want to go into Galindo Cartel, the Four Amigos, or the Mayans? Ooh. Let me talk about the Mayans. All right, let me talk about the Mayans. Okay, so in the beginning of the episode, we see, well, somewhere in the beginning of the episode, we see Riz talking to Bishop, Hank, Taz, and Angel, and he explains how his grandfather, built a tunnel to get his family in from Mexico, and that, you know, he's not making a penny off of anything. It's just for family business. Angel says, well, you should have, you know, told somebody about what happened. I'm like, I know you ain't the one trying to be the voice of reason here. I think you're the wrong one trying to say, you know, something, Angel. And so Bishop, you know, tells Riz it's illegal what you're doing, and that if anyone else would have known about the tunnel, it's gonna blow up Galindo's spot, it's gonna blow up the MC spot, everything is gonna go down. Like, you know, it's messed up about what he's doing. And so they were like, all right, we're gonna make a decision about your fate and what's gonna happen with the MC. So everybody comes except for Ezekiel. They make, you know, a group decision, and Riz basically says, look, I wasn't doing anything wrong, so whatever happens, happens. And so Taz made the decision to where this is what's going to happen. Riz can stay a full patch member. He can participate in Mayan's activities, but he's going to have to step down from his role as secretary, and a new secretary will take his place. So I'm like, okay, Angel, so this was a plot for you to be a secretary? You decided to snitch on Riz just to get his position? Okay, Riz. Okay, Angel. Okay, Angel. This is why I have a love-hate relationship with Angel, because he does stuff like this. Okay. This is just another reason why I have a love-hate relationship with him. So Riz leaves. Oh wait, and also the club gets 10% of the revenue made off the tunnel. Riz is like, he keeps saying, I'm not making money off of this. But Hank said, okay, then we shut it down and nobody gets any money. So Riz leaves and they vote on, he gets to stay in the club, participate in Mayan's activities, and his position is going to be taken away from him. So they vote on that. And then we see Alvarez, somewhere like towards the middle to end of the episode, Alvarez pulls up and he gives everybody a heads up of what's going on with Galindo, about what Devontae has told him so far, and that there's going to be they're gonna have a setup. They're gonna have a sit down. I don't know why I put setup. They're gonna have a sit down with Mayans, Galindo, and maybe a third party. And so then we see Riz and Angel. They having an MMA session. All right, they having an MMA session. They end up fighting. They got blood all over each other, and they make up fight. I said, Riz, you should have beat his ass like harder than that, cause I would have beat his ass. I would have beat his ass. Angel. Angel, your time is up, homie. I'm sorry to say this, but your time is going to be up soon. And so that was the Mayans portion of the episode. All right, so now let's get into the Four Amigos. So I think this was like the beginning of the episode. Beginning of the episode, we see Ezekiel. He's, wait, which one was it? Oh, no. So like in the beginning of the episode, we see Ezekiel looking at a picture of, his mom, his dad, and then there's a picture of Emily, Angel, Pops, and Ezekiel. And then he gets a flashback 8 years earlier, and he's talking to Emily about how he's going to take a semester off, to look after his father, and that he's feeling guilty because he should have looked at the license plate that was leaving when he saw his mom dead in a butcher shop. He's feeling guilty. And so then we see, like I said, we see Angel and Ezekiel having their heart-to-heart moment, and Angel calls Ezekiel and tells him, listen, there's a sit down, and that's the Riz situation. And so we see Ezekiel, he's having another flashback while he's, staying in Celia's apartment. And the flashback was that he sees the car with the Wildcat sticker on the back of the window. And he's doing like a stakeout to see who's going into the car with the sticker. And then hours and hours later, there's someone going in the car. The car leaves, and then Ezekiel follows that car. That's the end of the flashback. So then, after the club made the decision on Riz, Coco confronts Angel, and he says, oh, so you ratted on Riz? Angel's like, I was doing that to protect you because Bishop thought that you was the mole. Gil's like, well, you didn't have time to tell us. Angel's like, I was trying to tell y'all, but I didn't have time. And then we see Angel was just trying to doing it to save them, but Coco's like, no, you're only doing it to save yourself because you're so caught up in Adelita, you only care about yourself. And then we see Riz come up and confront Angel, and then Gil and Coco are defending Angel all of a sudden, and then Riz did the most disrespectful thing anybody can do. He spit. He spit it. He spit on Angel and called the three of them pussies. Look, Angel, you better than me. You're better than me. I would have punched Riz dead in the face right then and there. Look, I'm a lover. I'm not a fighter. But if someone spit on me, it's over. It's a wrap. Angel, you better than me. And then that's when they started fighting. That's when they had their little MMA fight, whatever, and then they made up. And so the end of the episode ends with Angel and Ezekiel taking care of Coco's mom. And they're trying to put her in the trunk. Angel gets scared because he sees a rat. He ends up breaking the tail light of the car. And so they put Cecilia in the trunk. They're driving to bury her in the desert. They see the cops are behind him. It's their friend, Frankie. And Frankie's partner is, he has his flashlight pointing to Angel, and he's questioning Angel. He looks in the car. He points the flashlight towards, the back of the car, and he sees a rope. And I'm like, I know y'all not messy. Like, are you serious? I know y'all are not messy. What's going on? And so he tells Ezekiel and Angel to get out the car. And Frankie was like, look, I'm going to talk to him. Calm down. Everything's going to be okay. The cop opens up the trunk. He calls Frankie over, and he sees Celia's body. I said, look, y'all are supposed to be like... y'all are supposed to be like top level like killers, right? Y'all supposed to be like top level killers, right? Y'all are supposed to like bury the body, right? Y'all supposed to cover the body in like blankets and different other stuff. Why didn't y'all do that? Y'all just let the body like right then and there. Okay, y'all just wanted the cops to see the body in the trunk. Okay, and so they get arrested for that. I said, y'all are so stupid. Oh my gosh, y'all are stupid. Y'all are so stupid. And then next episode, we see Angel and Ezekiel in a cell, and Potter is talking to them. Y'all are stupid. Angel and Ezekiel, y'all are stupid. See, Angel, this is another reason why we have a love-hate relationship, because he doing dumb stuff. This is why. Okay, so let's get into like the huge part of this episode, and it has to do with the Galindo cartel. And so we see the DEA, they're looking around Galindo's place, they're searching everything. And then we see Emily get arrested for failure to report a kidnapping. And so we see Galindo, he's sitting in a room. DA Potter, he comes in and he tells, Galindo about himself, saying he's an Ivy League drug lord. He has multiple real estate, multiple, factories and yada, yada, yada. And then he plays with Galindo's emotion by opening the door and seeing Emily, being in handcuffs. And so he tells, Potter ends up telling Galindo that she's arrested for failure to report a kidnapping. I'm like, Galindo, you should have known this. You was a police officer, right? If y'all didn't catch that, the character who plays Galindo, he was on Law and Order SVU. If y'all didn't catch that, then y'all been living under a rock. But so Potter he goes to talk to Emily, and he says, well, we don't really have anything on, there's nothing to charge, you and Galindo with. And Emily asked Potter, what do you want? Galindo's like, I want to empower Galindo. I want to build him up. Okay? I'm like, shut up. And so what happened was, basically he wants to become partners with Galindo. He goes back to Galindo. He gives Galindo this whole story about how a couple of years ago he was working on a RICO case, and that ended up going down, and because it was a RICO case on Sons of Anarchy, and there was a lot of like Irish guns coming into play, and that the Galindo cartel didn't want to lose grip on, their situation that was happening in Sonora. And Galindo ended up revealing that his father was working with the CIA. And basically, Potter says that, look, the rebels are going to attack everything else that you own. They're a terrorist group. I said, okay, terrorist is kind of a bit of extreme, but whatever. Okay. And so basically, Galindo says, I'm not going to work with you because the CIA ruined my father. The CIA ruined businesses. The CIA ruined friendships. The CIA caused my dad to die at an early age. And later on in the episode, Potter goes back and he talks with Emily. He hands Emily a big old file, and he asks her, like, why are you with Galindo? What made you want to be with this guy? And she says, well, I fell in love with him. And so she says, I'm not going to turn on Galindo. That's the one thing I will say about Emily, and what I like about her is that she's loyal to Galindo. She's not going to snitch, okay? She's going to be a good wife. She's not going to snitch on him, and I can respect that, okay? I can respect that she's not going to turn on Galindo. I respect that about her. And so Potter shows her another folder, and she keeps saying, I'm not going to turn on him. Okay, what do you not understand? I'm not going to turn on him. And so he also gives her a picture of Cristobal, and he's in like a dirty diaper, and he says, okay, look, this BS charge is going to get thrown out in court, and guess what? The baby is going to come with them. So they're using the baby as leverage, right? And so she's like breaking down, crying because she thinks that Potter's going to take her kid away. So then Potter goes back into Galindo's room and he makes a deal with Galindo. Okay, here's the deal. Galindo, he still owns, the Sonora border. He still owns the East Cali border. And he can still remain as a drug kingpin. And what the government's going to do, they're going to supply manpower, weapons to take down the rebels and any other cartel that pops up. But Potter wants Galindo to, give up some product because it's valuable and give information on certain people. And he also shows him footage of Emily. She's crying and it's dirt on him. It's, he hands Galindo another folder and it's dirt on him in her testimony and random stuff to put him in jail. And so if he doesn't sign within like 5 minutes, something's gonna happen and Emily's gonna have to make a choice between Galindo or her son. So he's looking over the file and he starts signing. I thought he was gonna write F you. That's what I thought. I thought he was gonna write F you, but it looked like he literally wrote down his own signature. And so Galindo signs the paper. And then we go back to Emily. Emily is reading something and it says, what happened when the Mayans were, what happened with the Samoans. I think happened like the second episode when the Mayans were gonna get the Samoan, and it said in the report, it said Basetown tribe, they took the Samoan to the pew, they cut off his arms, and my job as a prospect was to do the dirty work, and I got the body, I wrapped it in cellophane, and then I took it to the desert where I was going to bury it. It literally gave details of what happened during that whole Samoan and Mayan situation. And she's reading it. And she says, Ezekiel, what have you done? And I'm like, oh no. I'm like, no. No. No, 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 no. She's reading his file. I'm like, oh my gosh. Because y'all remember he was going to tell her what was happening when she got out the hospital and she was in his trailer. He was going to tell her what happened, but then Angel interrupted. So I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, no, this is not right. Oh, no. I'm like, dang it. She's reading his file. And so she was shocked, She was like, dang it, Ezekiel, like, what are you doing? And so they leave and they're pissed. He's like, Galindo's like, look, nothing's gonna happen. They're just puppets, all right? They're trying to mess with us. And he's like, I have 2,000 people I have to lead. I'm like, oh, so you Captain, huh? Sir, yes, sir, Galindo. All right, Captain Miguel Galindo at your service. All right, sir. And so we see him look, look above, far away, and he looked like he gave the nod, like, yeah, y'all know that universal nod, like, what's up? And they leave. We see Potter. The camera goes up to Potter. He's drinking chocolate milk, and he's sitting down, and he's reading a file, and it's on Ezekiel. Oh my gosh. Are you serious? And so Y'all, this episode was really good. Like I said, an episode has to be really good to where you're talking to the TV. And y'all, this episode was good. That's all I can say. This episode was good. And so I'll see y'all next time for the next review of Mayans MC. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye. Peace.